Oh, so you can go here. Technically, I can go there. Search on YouTube. How did you get to that thing? Fine. If you go to studio, it should be here. YouTube studio. This one is.
delay on it.
No, I did for a second.
Yeah, this is what we got now.
Remember, now, hey.
Going.
I'm muted right now on here.
Test. 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 Test 1 2. No, you weren't muted.
I was muted.
No, now it's muted.
Okay.
Even if it's muted, you're still seeing the green. That it's going to do that. It's just not coming through. Test. Test.
You hear yourself. Yeah, that's the one that hears you.
Well, yeah, might be hard. This might pick up the music.
That's why I think that's what the issue is.
something on the plate.
Turn this down.
Wait, that might be why.
Turn me down.
Now we won't hear anything.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Darien Ice House for the first game of this 2021 season. Tonight, it's the New Canaan Rams hosting the Fairfield Prep Jesuits to begin this weird and wacky winter season. NCTV is here live, as we will be for the majority of these games. I'm Austin Platt, along with my cameraman, Chase Pinkernell. We are very glad to be back. It has been a while, 335 days to be exact, since the scheduled Division I first round where the New Canaan Rams were supposed to play the St. Joseph Cadets in the first round of the Division I tournament as the 2 seed here. We were going to go up to see the girls play Simsbury, but unfortunately the world turned upside down, and now here we are nearly a year later back for the shortened season. For the opponent, Fairfield Prep, what a year they had last year. Under Coach Matt Sather, his 22nd season, he is now 338, 134 with 21 ties, a 7.05 win percentage. Last year, his squad went 12-6-2 with 3 overtime losses, won the SEC conference, that's the Southern Connecticut Conference. Now, that's a three-peat for them now. They've won the state tournament as well 2 of those years, and they're technically still the reigning champions. They won in 2018 and 2019, and they would have tried to defend their title again and go for the three-peat in 2020, but they will go for the three-peat now in 2021. For New Canaan, what a year it was under year 3 of Coach Clark Jones's campaign. 17-2-1, an unreal season where they won the FCIAC. They defeated their arch-rival Darien in the final 4-3 after losing to them 10-2 in the regular season. And now the guys graduated a couple seniors, but are back. They were the 2 seed last year in states. Fairfield Prep was the 3 seed. These teams would have been on a collision course to meet in the state semifinals had it happened over at Ingalls Rink. An exciting game that would have been at Yale had the 2 teams won their 2 state games prior, and it actually would have been exactly 10 years since their previous meeting. Believe it or not, the last time these 2 teams played was on March 18th, 2010. Been 11 years nearly in the Division I semifinals. That time it was number 2 Fairfield Prep that beat New Canaan, the number 3 seed, 4-3, and they went on to lose in the final a game later. Plenty of changes this year for the season, obviously still with the coronavirus very real around here in Fairfield County. Masks will be worn by referees, players, and coaches. There will be mask breaks intermittently after the first couple of minutes of each period. There's plenty to look forward to, however, for both these squads. Especially Fairfield Prep. You look at Coach Matt Sather, 22nd season, and he has already implemented a Hall of Fame career. He actually played at Fairfield Prep, won the state title in 1991, and then was a captain 2 years later in 93. He then went on to play at Amherst College, won an ECAC East Championship in 1996, and was a captain a year later. And ever since then, he's been a coach for Fairfield Prep, was an assistant for 2 years, and he has been the head coach since 1999, entering year number 22. He's won 12 conference titles, was a runner-up, and has also won 11 Division I state titles. Fairfield Prep only has When I say only has, that's a joke. 17 times they've won the state championship, and 11 times Sather's been at the helm. He's also the assistant baseball coach, and he's certainly focused on giving the seniors a lot for their final year. They currently come into this game ranked first overall in the Game Time CT poll as both teams come out on the ice now. Currently ranked number 1. New Canaan is number 4. Both teams graduated, some seniors, but are certainly looking to repeat on what we saw last year for both of these squads. New Canaan 17-2-1. Prep 12-6-2. We're about 8 minutes from puck drop here. And you look at some of the key players for both sides. For New Canaan, well, it begins in goal. Bo Johnson, the freshman last year. What an unbelievable campaign for him as a freshman. 4 shutouts, went 17-2-1, played in all but 10 minutes last year. A .912 save percentage, a .215 goal against average, and if you eliminate that Darien 10-2 loss, it's well under 2. Second team All FCIAC, FCIAC tournament MVP, and the second team All State for the freshman, who looks to build on his freshman year. Also for New Canaan, keep an eye out on the defense. They lose a couple guys to graduation. Justin Wiefelt graduated. He's now playing lacrosse at Michigan, one of the key defensemen turned forwards. Alex Sotiros and Nick McDaniels, 2 guys that left early. Sotiros is now at Deerfield, and as a freshman, he was one of the best D-men on this team. And also Nick McDaniels, a gritty forward. He had 8 goals and 12 assists last year, but defensively, the Rams are still set, and it's still a young squad. They have a sophomore, Johnson, in goal. Luke Lampart, second-line D-man, had a goal and 4 assists last year. Shane Metler, one of the great stories for this team last year, began as a forward. Didn't have too much success there. Then Clark Jones made the switch after that Darien loss with Wiedfeldt, and he was on the defense. And a big man he is, and an offensive threat as well. Scored 5 goals, 10 assists, including that one we all remember against Ridgefield in that double overtime game in the FCIAC semifinals. That's the last time we were here at Darien Ice House. Believe it or not, it's been that long. Offensively for the Rams, I got some seniors up front. Carter Ellis, number 21, he's a senior, as well as Griffin Dean, number 8, and then Bowden Gamble, who was nominated as one of the skaters of the year by CTHS Hockey. Really the best player on this team. What isn't there to say about him? First line winger, had 13 goals, 8 assists. Certainly is smaller in size, but size is just a number for him. What a job he did last year. Also look for the juniors, Owen Zom, Carter Spain, Michael Raher as well. Bern Matthews is new to NCHS this year. They'll all be big on the offensive end for this New Canaan team. Looking over to the away side now, Fairfield Prep. Their lineup is loaded, even though they lose D1 D-Man of the year, Cooper Eckert, and D1 Goalie of the year, Andrew Steitzel, to graduation. This team just keeps stocking up on juniors and seniors. One of them to look out for, Mason Whitney, the senior, had 22 goals and 11 assists last year. Believe it or not, that is unreal. Unreal season for him. Also, coach's son, Axel Sather, a junior, one of the forwards. And his father, the coach, I talked to him earlier this week, and he will go as far as our seniors will take us in this most unusual season. We are focused every day on making sure our senior class has the best opportunity we can provide for them. It's certainly going to be a weird season. It is season. 12 games for both sides. They will only play, for New Canaan, they will only play D1 teams in the FCIAC, and then they can schedule a couple non-FCIAC D1 teams, Fairfield Prep being one of them. It's a tough start for New Canaan. They got to play the top seed Fairfield Prep today, then they go on the road to Notre Dame West Haven on Wednesday, then host Ridgefield, and then they play Darien. So we'll know a lot more about this team after just 4 games. Just under 4 minutes until we'll get the lineups in our national anthem, and the puck will drop. As I mentioned, these teams haven't played in a while. It's been nearly 11 years, but there is some comparisons you can make. Last year they had 6 common opponents. Prep went 5-2-1. New Canaan went 6-2-1. Fairfield Prep was supposed to play Immaculate in a home game. Had the state tournament been played, New Canaan was supposed to play St. Joe's, and the teams could have met it in the semifinals just like they did in their last meeting, but unfortunately that did not happen. But it's great that these two teams do get seasons this year, obviously with the fall controversy with the football season being canceled, but good news for these hockey players and for the rest of our winter athletes. And even though right now there's not expected to be a state tournament, there is supposed to be a postseason experience March 15th to the 28th. That is a while from now, but hopefully everything holds up to where we can get that and both these teams can compete for hardware at the end of the year. And as I mentioned, those mask breaks will occur at the first stoppage in play at or after the 4-minute, 8-minute, and 12-minute mark of each period. So there will be mask breaks since everyone is forced to wear face coverings for the season. And you're going back to 2 years ago for both these sides. New Canaan went 14-6-1, didn't fare too well in FCIAC, and Fairfield Prep went all the way as the 5 seed. They won it all in 2019. Unbelievable to think that this team has won Division I titles in just such a short stretch. They also have won the D2 championship once, and they were finalists in 4 times. You look at the leaders for these teams for Fairfield Prep last year. Mason Whitney, as I mentioned, 22 goals and 11 assists. He led with those 22 goals and 33 points. And Luke Noonan, a two-way star player. He had 13 assists to lead the team. For New Canaan, it was Bowden Gamble, starting center for this team with 13 goals. Griffin Dean had 12 assists and 2 goals that are certainly none of the New Canaan guys will forget. Will be those 2 shorthanded goals against Darien and that great FCIAC final we saw at Dorothy Hamill. Certainly going to be a tough stretch for both of these teams. A lot of games and not a lot of time as the buzzer sounds, and we will get to our starting lineups.
Wish you were here
save percentage at .922. It'll be Teddy Gravanis and Luke Noonan, the two D-men. And up top, it's Mason Whitney, 22 goals last year. Keep an eye out for him. The coach's son, Axel Sather, and Jack Bowery. 3 forwards up front for New Canaan. Bo Johnson, the sophomore, one of the younger guys on this team. Obviously, not many JV or freshman games this year with the COVID restrictions, but hey, he's going to get a freshman on the first line. That is something he will certainly not forget. Both these coaches, Clark Jones and Matt Sather, will give their final pep talks to these teams. And boy, I have not been any more excited to get this season underway. Only 12 games for each team, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be a roller coaster, and it's going to be a sprint. Here we go, New Canaan and Fairfield Prep to open up this winter season. We're underway. Bowery starts out with it, and now moving in is Whitney. A shot and a save with the glove by Bo Johnson, the first of many for him this year. Prep wins the opening face-off and gets off to a good start. That shot was by Mason Whitney, the star senior. If there's one guy New Canaan had to keep their eyes on, it's him. Face-off just 12 seconds in will come to Johnson's left as number 23 for New Canaan, Bowden Gamble, comes down, wins the face-off, and Griffin Dean comes out with it on the left. Puck comes to Gamble and back into the zone as a player slips. That was Gavin Reed. Bowery comes out with it, and a stretch pass here out to Mason Whitney, working on Metler, trying to use his speed. A shot there is blocked with the blocker by Bo Johnson. Metler was trying to avoid a shooting lane, but he got one off, and Bo Johnson already 2 saves just 34 seconds into this one. And Prep beginning like the number 1 team in the state with 2 shots already on the sophomore goalie. And now Carter Spain will come out for the face-off and wins it. And it comes back for New Canaan. Number 12, Manny Pinella, one of the seniors here. Michael Raher with it now, the junior. New Canaan trying to clear it out. They can't do so. And Johnson's going to have to glove that one, as Clark Jones is not very happy with the start his team has had. That shot was from Joseph Bissett, the senior, from the point. 6'1", 180. Had 2 assists last year for the D-man. And Carter Spain wins this face-off. And Matty Pinella working on number C in the left corner. Out to the point and swung back in. And it's going to go all the way. The Prep's going to keep it in. Keller, the junior, on with it now. Tried to play a pass that comes behind Johnson's net. Luke Lampard tries to play it out. But Prep is doing well, keeping this New Canaan team in early on. Pinella out to Lampard. Couldn't find him, but it does find number 28 for New Canaan, Michael Raher. Prep goes for a change, and New Canaan 31 to go. A stretch pass all the way up to ice to Jack Johnson, older brother of Bo Johnson, one of the better players for this New Canaan team last year. More underrated players. Skillful second-line right winger, had 7 goals and 8 assists. A chance in front is covered up there by Tommy Martin. Has to make the first save of his senior campaign. Canaan's going to get their first face-off in the offensive zone. It's this first line on for New Canaan. It'll be Bowden Gamble for the face-off. He wins it, and Kroll is with it on the right circle. Swings it around to number 27 for New Canaan. That's Cameron Wheatfelt, the younger brother of Justin Wheatfelt, who graduated and now is playing lacrosse at Michigan. New Canaan's excited about his potential as a sophomore, as this young D-men for New Canaan look to help out their sophomore goalie. Dean trying to win the puck, but it comes out here for Prep, and finally New Canaan can bank it out. That's Brendan Briggs, the sophomore. His first game on varsity. He's going to get another chance here. Actually, he's going to leave it for Carter Ellis, one of the seniors. It's a turnover here. Right here tries to lay a hit and a chance in front. And Johnson was right there at the post, guarding his post well. Henry Keller, the junior, went for the wraparound, and the save was made by the sophomore, who's been busy, to say the least, so far. Winning the face-off is Sam Ives, the senior D-man. Metler tried to play it, and it comes out here for number 16, Jack Eccleston, the senior, seeing some big minutes here. Icing is waved off as Ellis got to it. Now he's battling along with Vinoski. Finally, New Canaan can come out with it. Waiting in the right circle is Ives. Someone fell down on the far side. That was Ellis, and then Eccleston lays a big hit, exciting the bench. New Canaan keeps it in. A shot from Metler went just wide. And now Vinoski plays it along to the right circle. New Canaan keeping it in. Ives going after it. Gets sandwiched by two prep players. And it comes all the way to Wheatfeld. There's a whistle here. It looks like we're going to see our first penalty. Penalties on Carter Ellis, the senior forward for New Canaan. One of the more physical players on this team. And before that, there will be the 1 minute mask break that I alluded to earlier. Chance for players to catch their breath, for the referees as well. .11:35 to go in this opening period. No score in the opening game of this 2021 winter season between the New Canaan Rams and the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. Mass break is over. New Canaan will be on the PK here for the first time. Bowden Gamble wins the face-off. Matty Pinella swings it along. Ives took a big hit. Two New Canaan players run into each other, and Prep holds on, setting up the power play here. Whitney swings it along to Sather. Spun on there by Bowery. Back to Sather underneath. A shot went off a leg of New Canaan, and Johnson held on. Sather, it looked like he was trying to bank it off of Matty Pinella, and Johnson was there to dive on it with 1:35 left to go in this power play. Eccleston and Spain come on. Spain can't quite win the face-off. Prep looking for a shot. It was deflected, and then another opportunity there for Whitney went wide. Whitney on it here again. Over to Sather. Back to Whitney. Again, another chance to Whitney. This great puck movement here from Prep. 1:10 to go in the power play. 10:45 in the period. New Canaan doing well blocking the shooting lanes. And a shot from the point, a pad save there from Johnson. Another chance, comes right to the slot, and it was fanned on originally, and now New Canaan can come out. Matty Pinella on the right side, looking for a playing partner. And shoots it, and it's deflected wide. .10:25 to go. New Canaan will have a shorthanded opportunity here on the face-off. Dean and Gamble are on with Metler and Lampert. Prep wins the face-off, and now Giardino, one of the seniors, can come out. Stretch pass looking for Whitney, but Metler did well to block that. Prep keeps it in. Over to Colucci. Kyle Colucci, the senior. Over to the left circle and back to the right point. A shot. It was a man in front, but Johnson saw the puck and held on to it. That was Henry Keller, the junior, whose name I've said a lot so far, was looking for a deflection. Couldn't get one. New Canaan rotating a lot here on this PK. Coach Clark Jones looking for the right forward to try and kill off this penalty. New Canaan was very good on the PK last year. And they're looking to kill this first one off. And it is cleared out for New Canaan by Cameron Wheatfeld. And with 10 seconds to go, 15 to go on this power play. Prep looking for one more rush. A big hit laid there on Wheatfeld, and Prep looking to come in. That was Colucci, and Gamble did well. Power play is over, back to 5-on-5. Prep still with a chance in the zone, and a shot was deflected, and a save there from Johnson. Another chance thrown in front. No one was there, only New Canaan players. And Colucci looking for a pass over. Was caught up in the skates of one of the Prep players. Now they can come out. New Canaan with a breakaway chance here. Pass was a little bit too wide. A wraparound chance. Never got there. Was deflected, and now it's shot from the point is a save. And then Martin dives onto it. That was Michael Raher there on the breakaway. He was looking for a chance, but couldn't quite corral the puck. New Canaan with his first big opportunity of this one. And now 9:04 to go in the first. Looking to redo that face-off. That'll be Carter Spain on the face-off. Loses it. Prep looking to clear out. Mettler keeps it in. Looking for Jack Johnson. Prep struggling to get it out of their own zone right now. Right here, tried to swing it back in. It'll go all the way down, no icing. Puck did not reach the line. And now Wheatfeld working on it. Mettler is there to help. And Wheatfeld will come out with it. Pardon me, that was Gavin Reed, who sends it all the way down, and that will be an icing. 8:21 to go. No fans are allowed in the hockey games and many of the FCIAC and CIAC sports in this winter season, given that they're all indoors with the precautions. They said right now in the month of February there will not be any fans. So it's basically just me and my cameraman, Chase Pickernell, here up here in the booth, and a couple other media members here. Prep keeps it in. Big hit there by Matty Pinnell, the senior, who's seeing a lot of ice time so far. Prep looking to get a chance in. Banked off the boards to the point. A shot was deflected there by Carter Ellis. Lamport looking to chase after this one. Colucci underneath, behind Johnson's net. And finally, New Canaan can potentially come out with it. Eccleston flicks it up to Carter Ellis. The senior just dumps it all the way in, is going to chase after it. But Joseph Bassett's the first one there. A chance was deflected, and it comes out of the zone as a result. New Canaan's going to have to touch up. There's still a delayed offside for New Canaan. They were not out of the zone in enough time, and now they finally are, as Fairfield Prep can come out with it. Vinoski, the senior, chipped up by Gamble, looking for Dr. Kroll, the freshman. And Prep just sends it down. Took a deflection, thus no icing, and Johnson will just play it to Brendan Briggs, the sophomore, one of the new players on this New Canaan team. Noonan takes it away, and here's a chance for New Canaan. Jack Johnson, a save from Martin. Noonan turned it over, and Jack Johnson was looking for his first opportunity. And that puck went out of the zone. Pardon me, that was actually number 8, Griffin Dean. Tough to see from up here, but that was number 8, Dean. 2 shorthanded goals last year in that FCIAC championship game against Darien. Nearly had his first of 2021. Was looking to go top shelf, but Martin did well to block it with his left shoulder. Another mask break here for both teams. As Johnson talking some things over with his defenseman. And the first line is on for the Jesuits. Spain couldn't win the face-off. Prep in the zone. Outlet pass, couldn't quite find anyone other than Shane Metler, who does well to guard off his forward as that puck went up. Didn't quite go out, and it kept in. And New Canaan can come out. That one's Jack Johnson as the puck is flung back in. Reed over to Metler. Stretch pass looking for Raher. Went off his skate. And here comes Whitney. Mason Whitney, a nice cross-ice pass there and a shot looking for a deflection in front. Got one. That was Whitney. Another chance from the slot was deflected. And Johnson brushes it aside. And here comes Gavin Reed, one of the captains for this team, along with Gamble and Griffin Dean. And Sam Ives, pardon me, a chance in front! What a save there from Martin. Tommy Martin with the biggest save of his senior season so far. Wide open on the left-hand side was one of the Rams. Couldn't quite tell who, but had a golden opportunity. And Martin with a huge save as New Canaan players couldn't believe it. Ives with the face-off. Puck comes out, and it'll come over to Lampert. Luke Lampert, the sophomore. One of the most improved defensemen for this team last year. Prep sends it in. Pinella makes a hit on Keller. Ives looking to clear it. Battle along the boards. Kept in by Prep. They've been doing a nice job of that all evening. New Canaan comes out. And number 16 for New Canaan, Jack Eccleston, will just dump it in. Turnover for Prep. New Canaan trying to hold on to the puck, but can't quite do so. Out to the right point. Lampert keeps it in. Comes right back to him, and he bluffs on it, and it will go all the way down, and Johnson will play it as icing is waved off, and he'll just drop it off for Matty Pinella as both teams get changes. Over to Lampert. Eccleston did well. Now there's a potential 2-on-1 opportunity with Doster Kroll. Eccleston moving in. Look, takes a shot, and it's saved from Martin. Couldn't quite hold on to it as the puck is loose in front. Kroll tried to get a handle of it. Out, a shot from Britt. New Canaan, this is their best chances so far. Chance in the middle, a shot, and Doster Kroll nearly tipped it in for his first varsity goal. Good save there from Martin, who's been busy his last couple of minutes. Puck finally comes out of the zone. Johnson is there to play it and just sends it along. And now Briggs comes back out with 4 minutes to go in this first period. No score thus far, but plenty of opportunities for both sides in this highly contested matchup between the number 1 and 4 teams in the state of Connecticut. Gamble banks it around to Kroll, who plays it out for Griffin Dean, the left winger, all by himself, looking to get around for a shot. A chance in front, and Martin had to make the save as Dean did a great job with his opportunity. Now Prep can come along. Waiting for a playing partner was Colucci, and that puck went behind him. And a shot, a save from Johnson with the right pad. Right here tries to clear it out, but Prep is there. A shot came in, was deflected by Reed. Now he'll come out. Gavin Reed all the way into the Prep zone. Doesn't go anywhere as Whitney will come out again. Avoids the hit from Raher and drops the puck off. A shot, a save from Johnson. Jack Bowery, the senior, 5'11", 175. Brushed off a hit and took a shot to Johnson's left. And Johnson's had to make close to double digits in saves now. Spain and Whitney on the face-off to Johnson's left. Referee has a word with one of the Prep players. Spain wins it right in front of Johnson. And now It goes all the way down. Icing is waved off as Vinoski will gather it behind Martin's net. Out to Colucci. Now a great pass out here and a chance for Prep, and a good job defensively by Shane Mettler on Mason Whitney, who drops it off for Sather. Axel Sather can't get the puck as New Canaan does well. Jack Johnson left it for Ray, who's going to go chase it down as he goes to the bench. And it's Teddy Gravanis who tried to clear it out. A man is down for New Canaan, and they will have their first power play of 2021. Michael Ray here was the one that went down. And going into the penalty box for the Jesuits is Matt Vinoski, the senior D-man. With 2:22 to go, New Canaan doesn't score on this power play. We'll basically see the first intermission. Coach is talking things over. Clark Jones trying to set up his power play. And Matt Sather will try and kill off this penalty and see the first intermission with the score tied at 0. Looks like it'll be Lampart, Dean, Mettler, Kroll, and Gamble. The first line is out for this first power play. Gamble, the face-off man for this first line, wins it out to Lampart. A chance in front is saved. Another chance thrown in front. No one was there. Noski, as he will see the box for another minute 40. Mettler off to Gamble. Didn't see anything he likes and plays it back to Mettler. Over on the left circle now is Lampart, the D-man. Looking for a shooting lane, can't find one, and looks for a cross-ice pass. It's a good one to Gamble. Chance in front wasn't there. It goes behind Martin's net. A shot from Lampart saved by Martin. Pardon me, that was Griffin Dean with the shot there at the right circle. Gamble out to that one's Luke Lampart. And lost control of the puck, and finally Prep can get it out and potentially get a change. One guy goes off for Prep, and New Canaan stays on. A minute gone by in this power play, a minute 20 to go in the period. Mettler moving in, a chance was saved there from Martin. And finally, Prep can just lift it out, and they get a full change. Kroll stayed on for New Canaan as he took that pass from Lampart. Swung on around the boards for Gravanis, didn't get it the first time. Under a minute to go in this first period. Prep clears it all the way down. Johnson to play it. Over to Luke Lampart. Drops it off for Mettler. Mettler nearly lost control, and New Canaan's going to have to reset in their own zone. This time it's Michael Rayer. The second power play unit is on. Johnson was looking for the puck and didn't get it, as the Jesuits will just clear it back down with just 10 to go in the power play. Reed was a bad pass there for Wheatfeld. And now Ray here with 20 seconds to go. Power play is over. Prep kills their first penalty, so did New Canaan. Jack Johnson now around here with 10 to go, looking for one more rush for this Rams team potentially. Banks it looking for one of his teammates. A collision, and New Canaan's going to get a... I believe New Canaan is going to go back to the power play with 3.1 seconds to go in the period. Yep, Kyle Colucci, the senior, goes to the penalty box. And if New Canaan doesn't score in these 3 seconds, they will have a power play for a minute 57 after the first period. Gamble looked for a shot, was blocked, and that is the end of the first period. Nothing to separate the two sides yet, but New Canaan will have a power play entering the second period. No score between the top-seeded Fairfield Prep Jesuits and the New Canaan Rams. We'll take a break here along with both teams, and we will see you for the second period.
They're all saying it's.
No music because you guys can talk to each other on the area there. So no music. I'll sing if you like. Thank you.
Your audio is so far behind. What they're saying. Yeah, it's like camera quality good, but like plus audio is behind. Should I call Ian and ask him?
No, I gotta. I just unplugged it. Thank you, I appreciate that.
Get ready here for period number 2 between the Rams and the Jesuits. Both teams waiting for the refs to put the goals in place. No score in that first period. Prep dominated the first couple of minutes, but New Canaan certainly had many opportunities of their own. Both teams 0 for 1 on the power play, but New Canaan just 4 seconds went off in their second power play and got a couple chances in the first. Apologies for the video delay and the audio delay. It's the first game in a while for us here at Darien Ice House as both teams come back on the ice, so we'll try and resolve those as quickly as possible. Teams will switch ends here for the second period as New Canaan will begin on the power play. Both teams get their final skates in before the second period. Looks like New Canaan will come out with their first power play unit. Gamble, Kroll, and Dean, along with Lampert and Metler. It'll be Noonan and Bissett on as defensemen for Prep as we are underway here in the second period. In the first game of the 2021 season and this exciting roller coaster that we are going to experience for just the next month. Dean, a cross ice pass over to Metler. The D-man looking to create a chance here. Looking for a chance in front, and oh my, Doster Kroll with another opportunity. Just fanned down, and he's in front. Another chance was saved by Martin. New Canaan doing really well with his puck movement. A shot was blocked by Dean. Another chance for Gamble, pardon me. Never quite reached Martin. A pass across into the front where Kroll was in the slot. New Canaan keeping it in very well as finally Prep can clear it down. NC had about 3 opportunities there with Doster Kroll in front, the freshman. He couldn't quite corral that puck, and that will be an icing. With 1:02, which has certainly shown some flashes of promise so far. Aaron Wong, the senior, will try and win the face-off here for Prep. Can't quite do that, but New Canaan is pinned in their own zone on the power play. Pinella with it behind Johnson's net. Stretch pass out to Eccleston, who couldn't quite win it. And Teddy Gravanis, one of the senior co-captains for this Prep team, just clears it all the way down. For this Prep team, and certainly they are 2 of the better players on this team, and when you're the top team in all of Connecticut, you're certainly 2 of the best players in the CIAC. Turnover here, New Canaan looking to pounce on it. Ellis looked to win it. Carter Ellis, that is the senior, playing line this year after seeing a stint on the first line before dealing with some injuries. Got off to a great start for New Canaan last year as he looks for his first chance, a wraparound and a save there in front of the net by Martin. Just 5 seconds to go in this second Rams power play. Both Martin and Bo Johnson have had to step up so far. New Canaan wins the faceoff, and a shot took a deflection on the way, but Martin did well to brush that aside. And now Luke Noonan, the junior, looked to play it, but Michael Ray here did very well using a chance in front. What a save! Another great opportunity. This time it was Carter Spain, the junior. Martin stepped up well with blocker, and now Prep comes out on short-handed. A shot never got there. Another chance. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Another shot was saved by Johnson. Couldn't hold on to it. And Prep doing well. Out to the point where Whitney tried to play it, and it comes out of the zone after deflected out by Michael Rayer. Spain moving back in. And Buchanan was offside. Carter Spain, a huge opportunity in front at the end of that power play. Face-off won by Gamble, and Kroll just dumps it back in, and Dean will chase after it. Vinoski plays along to Grovanis, his deep partner. Metler will go chase after it, but he leaves it for Bo Johnson, who will cover up with 11:57 to go in the second period. Back and forth action so far. It's what you expect with two of the top teams in all of Connecticut that were on track to play each other in last year's state semifinals, which of course never happened, and neither of these teams got to even play a state game. Puck goes all the way down to Martin, who covers up. And the faceoff will be to the senior goaltender's left. Gamble looked to win the faceoff and tried to pin Prep back. Comes out with it, but it's kept in well by New Canaan. A straight pass by Kroll, couldn't find anyone, and now Prep can come out with Kyle Colucci, the senior. Kroll couldn't win the puck, and Vinoski keeps it in. Kroll's going to get a second chance here. And now it's Gavin Reed, as New Canaan can't quite clear the puck. They finally do. All the way down, and Grovanis plays it in his own zone. Vinoski, Keller. Prep will go for a change, and so does New Canaan. Both teams change a couple of their guys. Icing on the play. That was Gavin Reed. Both teams get new, fresh legs on the ice. Axel Sather wins the face-off for Fairfield Prep, but New Canaan can come out with it. Sam Ives weaving his way and takes a shot that went over the shoulder of Martin. It's kept in by Eccleston. And Prep comes out with it. Nice play there from Whitney to just dink it through the legs of one of the New Canaan D-men. And Ellis drops it off for Sam Ives. Three seniors on this line. It's Ives, Ellis, and Jack Eccleston. And Bissett comes out. Plays it all. Johnson will just leave it somewhat dangerously, as Axel Sather gathered that one, and then a shot was deflected and it bounced up nicely for Johnson, who holds on with 10-1 in period number 2. A lot of stop and start action in this one compared to a very fluid first period where we didn't see many stoppages. Mask break here for both teams. You see 3 of those every period. Just 1 minute long for players to catch their breath. And the faceoff will be in the New Canaan defensive zone to Johnson's left. Colucci and Carter Spain, which has taken many of the face off for the second line for New Canaan thus far. Carter wins it. Left circle, pass to the point. And cleared out by New Canaan. Took an awkward bounce, but Jack Johnson corrals it. Johnson just dumps it in and will skate after it, as will Michael Rayer, who lays a hit. Prep comes out with Kyle Colucci. An attempted hit there from New Canaan. Instead, Carter Spain went down as the puck comes right to his feet, but he looks like he's a bit injured. Hobbled up on the play. The puck came right to him, but he was skating to the bench anyways. And he'll get checked out by the trainers as an outlet pass intended for Henry Keller couldn't find anyone. Right here dove on the ice for that pass. And New Canaan will reset. But a turnover as Whitney will come out. The senior takes a shot all the way from the blue line, and it's saved by Johnson. Mason Whitney looking for his first goal. He scored 22 last year. That was third in all of the CIAC Division I. An unreal season for him. As Matt Sather said, he's focused on the seniors in this final year, trying to give his 12th graders as much as they can despite this weird season. Prep kept it in. A shot was deflected and went wide, and it comes out. A shot was saved with the right glove. That was Doster Kroll with the shot, and Tommy Martin, the senior, denied the freshman of another opportunity. This first line showing a lot of potential, especially Doster, two of the captains of this team, Gamble and Dean, showing a lot of promise for Coach Clark Jones. So a lot in the net, and that's how New Canaan scored a lot of their goals last year, was in front of the net. You think of Carter Ellis, one of the bigger guys, and they went after every rebound and made the most of them, and Tommy New Canaan many of those. A shot from the right circle. Blockered away by Johnson, and Whitney with another chance. Looked to drop it off for Bowery, and he fanned on his shot and it went off his skates as a result. But the Jesuits keep it in, only momentarily. New Canaan comes out. Dean gathered the puck and then took a shot that was blocked, and now Gamble's with it. Battling along with two Jesuit players, and Dean just plays it along. And a shot went wide, nearly hit a Prep player right in the helmet. That came from Gavin Reed, and the puck will come back to him again. Swings it on back to the left side as Metler plays it along. And a straight pass there from Gamble goes all the way back down as both teams, half minutes to go, halfway through the second period. Still no score. Keller looked to drop it in and play after it, battling along with Reed. And Bissett won that battle as Prep keeps it in. Sam Ives plays it along to Eccleston on the boards. Back into Metler, who turned the puck over behind Johnson's net. Metler then laid a hit. That comes back. A shot is deflected, and they score! Fairfield Prep with a deflection in front, and they get the scoring underway for this 2021 season. A shot came from the left point. Johnson may or may not have made a save, but the rebound was right there. And we'll see who gets credit for this goal, but Fairfield Prep is on the board. The top team in the state gets the first goal, as now there will be a mask break for both sides. And finally, with 6:51 left in the second, we do have that breakthrough for Fairfield Prep. We'll get the word on who exactly scored it from Bill Brown, our PA announcer, shortly. New Canaan didn't trail that much last year in their 17 wins. They scored a lot of goals early in the first period. But they will have to work from behind here if they want to earn what will be a hard-fought victory against this Prep team. First line on for New Canaan. The goal comes from Aaron Wong, the senior forward, and Teddy Gravanis was the one who originally took the shot from the point and has clearly took a deflection. As Wong gets his first goal. Another chance here for Prep in front is just over the shoulder of Johnson. Prep nearly doubled their lead. Now New Canaan's going to have to come out. Keeping was Gamble over to Lampart. Looking for the short side shot that was saved by Martin. And here comes Jack Bowery on the left side. Referee fell down. A shot from the left circle was saved. Referee gets back up on his feet. And actually the other referee is going to stop play after his mate took quite a big fall. So both teams will talk things over. The goal from Aaron Wong, the assist from Teddy Gravanis. Fairfield Prep opens up the scoring of this 2021 season, as there will be a stoppage in play for the referee, and he will get checked out by both athletic trainers. Well, we're certainly expecting some things you don't see all that often this year. No fans in the stands, masks on all players, but a ref injured this early in the game, not something you want to see. And he will actually head off the ice for a minute and sit down in the bleachers, where of course nobody is. There will be quite a big stoppage in play here, with Fairfield Prep just got that breakthrough on the shot from the point by Ted Vanis, the senior co-captain. That was deflected by Aaron Wong. And it seems like we're going to resume play here with just one referee, as the other one is getting checked out. A shot came all the way inside their own zone. That was from Brendan Briggs, the sophomore. Whitney looking for Bowery, and a shot from him was saved by Johnson. Face off to the right of Johnson. Prep wins it, and the puck was loose, and a shot did come in at the end. And poking it aside was Bo Johnson. The sophomore who played last year for New Canaan has seen several shots today and has saved all but one of them. And he saves that one right there. It was a high shot where the sophomore used his blocker. Prep is forced to exit their zone. And that stray shot went above Johnson, who declined to catch it with the glove. A pass to the front, no one was there. But Prep keeps it in, as they've done tonight. Falling down there was Joseph Bissett, and New Canaan can finally get a change with 4:47 to go in the second period. A stretch pass against the boards to Henry Keller, but was taken away there from Gavin Reed. Reed's going to have to chase this one. Back in by Colucci. Aaron Wong, the goal scorer on the ice here, looking to get his second goal and get an opportunity. New Canaan has not done a good job in these last couple minutes of getting the puck down and getting changes. And Prep has done well applying the forecheck, something New Canaan did so well last year, getting so many opportunities because of their forecheck. Kroll nearly took that one away. A big hit there from Griffin Dean excites the New Canaan bench right in front of them. And Whitney will just hold on and then go for a change. 3:45 to go in the second period. Mettler looking for Dean, and he was offside as a result. And play will stop with 3:38 to go. Another big hit there from Kroll in front of the New Canaan bench. A senior who didn't see all that much ice time. A shot was deflected and nearly found its way into the back of the net. Instead, it only hit the side, luckily for Johnson. Stretch press out here for Ellis. His shot was deflected, but potentially here for Garay. A shot, a rebound, they score! Aren Garay, the senior, ties the game up at 1. The loose puck came right in front of him. His first shot was saved by Martin. His second opportunity, he put it home. And Aren Garay, how about that? First goal for this Rams team in 2021. Scored just a goal and an assist last year as a specialist. And he has just knotted this one up at 1 here at Darien Ice House. Well, if you're thinking of people that would have scored the first goal for New Canaan, the first name that comes to mind is not Aren Garay, but he will take it. Another chance in front. They score again! Would you believe it? Carter Ellis with a pass in front to Jack Eccleston. And just like that, New Canaan has a 2-1 lead. In a matter of seconds, New Canaan has turned this thing around. New Canaan won the face-off. Ellis came down with the puck and played it right in front to Jack Eccleston. Eccleston with his first varsity goal, not even 10 seconds after Garay equalized, and New Canaan has a 2-1 lead. Eccleston will chase after this puck. But taken away by Prep. Up 1-0, they're now down 2-1 and needing a goal. Battle along the board. Prep wins it back as Colucci will try and find someone to play with. Tried to steer it in front, but now moving in. And a chance in front was immediately steered away by this New Canaan defense, and it goes all the way down. And Martin will play it with just over 2 minutes to go in this second period. No goal scoring in the first, but we've seen 3 goals in just about 5 minutes in this second period. Canaan has 2 of them, and they lead the top team in the state. Good play there from Brendan Briggs, the sophomore, to momentarily slow down Sather, who then went down after another hit as this New Canaan bench is fired up. Both teams go for a change. Prep has to touch up. New Canaan can come out with it. Griffin Dean looking to move it. Sorry, that was Jack Johnson. Johnson gathers it back here. Out to Gamble, right circle, shot, saved there, but Martin used his shoulder there to block that one. And Briggs couldn't quite find the puck. And now Prep can come out. A nice pass and a shot was saved by Johnson right to his midsection with exactly a minute to go in the second period. That's one of Prep's best chances to score at 2, but Johnson did well to save that one right in his midsection. Exactly a minute to go. New Canaan wins the face-off. Matty Pinella takes this one. It comes out to Bowden Gamble. skating in. He went down. No penalty is called, however. Gamble a little frustrated there, but regains the puck after taking a big hit. Tried to throw it in front to Kroll. And now Giardina with it for Prep. He took a hit and went down. New Canaan with just under 30 seconds to go. It's Gamble again, looking for a chance in front. A backhand was saved. Another chance is saved by Martin, who's made 2 consecutive saves just to keep the deficit at 1. Sam Ives is now playing with Gamble and Kroll as his shot went wide. 6 seconds to go. Is there one more opportunity? Was thrown in front, saved. And another chance saved by Martin, and that is how the second period will end. 3 goals in this period. The first one from Aaron Wong, and then 2 in a row for New Canaan, Eren Garay and Jack Eccleston. And after 2 periods of play, Fairfield Prep 1, New Canaan 2, and we will be back for the third and final period after this. Back here at Darien Ice House after 2 periods, we prepare for the third. New Canaan, technically the underdog in this one, up 2-1 against Fairfield Prep. Aaron Wong had the first goal for Fairfield Prep in their season after a shot from Teddy Gravanis, and then New Canaan answered with 2. And as many moments as Aren Garay, the PK specialist from last year, scored the first goal for New Canaan, and then just seconds later, mere seconds, Jack Eccleston scored his first varsity goal after a nice pass from Carter Ellis. And that is your scoring after 2 periods. New Canaan leads 2-1 here at Darien Ice House on this opening night here of winter sports here in the state of Connecticut. New Canaan has a very tough stretch to open the season. They begin tonight with Prep. They go to Notre Dame West Haven, the top team in the state last year. Field, the tough team that went undefeated just a couple years ago. And then they got Darien. A couple of those games happening over February break. But some big games for New Canaan to open their season. And be huge to build some confidence on opening night with a win against Fairfield Prep. And for the Jesuits, they will host Ridgefield on Wednesday in their home opener. The games come thick and fast here in this shortened season. 12 games for... We'll have one final say. These two teams were supposed to meet or potentially could have met in the semifinals last year of the state tournament in 2020, which have been exactly 10 years after their last meeting as a result, which was in 2010. Prep got the better of New Canaan in that game, 4-3. That game was played at Ingalls Rink up at Yale. And they haven't met in nearly 11 years. And in this matchup, New Canaan has for the third period. The first line is out for the Rams. Kroll, Dean. And the first line is also out for Prep, consisting of Sather, the coach's son, Bowery, and Whitney. Away we go for this third. Met will have to chase after it as Whitney gets it to the point. Swung along to Sather as he will skate out looking for someone to play to. Looks for Whitney on the right circle, but couldn't quite find him. And a quick shot from Whitney, pad save from Johnson. Dean over to Kroll as they reverse. Kroll down this left side. Looked for a chance in front, and it will go all the way down as it's cleared for an icing. Just 35 seconds into this third period. Fairfield Prep, the 3-time SCC champions, playing in the Southern Connecticut Conference. Last year, they went 6-0 in that conference and 12-6-2 in regular season play. And they beat Notre Dame West Haven in the SEC championship back on March 6th of 2020. And New Canaan beat Darien, of course, in the FCIAC final. So 2 teams that are looking to repeat as conference champions, and Prep is looking to repeat technically as 3-time D1 champions since they won in 2018 and 19. And there was no chance for anyone to capture the title in 2020. Pinella chipped that along looking for Ives. And a chance in front was guarded away by Matty Pinella. Pritt looked to lay to hit and allowed Sam Ives to clear it out of the zone. Prep decides not to change, and instead they come back in. Nice passing here, but a great poke check from Luke Lampard. Now New Canaan could potentially come out. Arengarai looked to play that puck, but it's cleared out by Prep. We saw Arengarai only a couple of times on the fourth line last year, a lot on the penalty kill, but we've seen him so far already score a goal for New Canaan. Breaks the senior, plays it out, and it was deflected off of Eccleston, but it will be an icing in the end on the Rams. Three goals in this one so far, all by seniors. Prep got up with a 1-0 lead about halfway through the second period, and then New Canaan responded with 2 of their own. As Arengarai on the face-off, one of the goal scorers. loses the face-off, and Whitney, who's been on the ice about a third of this game, looking to play it. But we felt did well to block him off. But another chance here. A shot saved. The rebound. Fanning on it there was Jack Bowery, the senior. A golden opportunity to tie this game up at 2. But Bo Johnson did well in this New Canaan defense, trying to give their goalie first win of his sophomore campaign in net. New Canaan had a touch up there, which is why Carter Ellis decided not to play the puck. And now Bowery looking to play to Sather, who looked like he took a stick up to the face, his heel head off. And now Brennan Briggs, the sophomore, comes out with it. Dumps it in, and Gravanis will play it here, the senior co-captain for the Jesuits. Gamble nearly stole that puck away from the Jesuits. Not an opportunity in front, but here comes Prep again. Steering it around the boards. Looking for Keller. And now Shane Metler, the sophomore, comes out with it. The stretch pass couldn't quite find Kroll, and it will go all the way down for an icing with 11:47 remaining in this final period of regulation. Both these teams did lose some key guys to graduation. For New Canaan, it was just 5 of them. Justin Wheatfeld, Benenong, and Eric Wills, the captains who all play defense. And then Alex Sotiros and Nick McDennis left early goals. And Prep lost 10 guys to graduation, but they just keep stocking up on juniors and seniors since they can recruit. Sather along with Reed. Reed wins that one. Kroll couldn't control that puck. Reed took a big hit there from Bowery, who tried to lay another hit on Gamble. Prep has to touch up, and now Metler will reset for NC. Good stretch pass on over to Michael Rayer, the junior, looking for a shot. Took one, but it was deflected. It took an odd bounce and nearly came to Jack Princeton. And the puck comes out once again. Reed banks it along to Rayer. Michael Rayer, the junior. Third line winger, who last year was one of the more undersized forwards, but certainly played well with a lot of his teammates. Scored 6 goals and also had 5 assists. One of the upperclassmen that Coach Jones is looking for a big year this year. Rayer dropped that one off to Sam Ives. Gravanis lays a hit on Sam Ives, the senior co-captain for New Canaan. Lampert keeps it in. He takes a shot that may have been saved by Martin, but he could not handle it. Well to keep in, and Gravanis will have to chase after it. This puck goes all the way down. It did not take a deflection, and thus it will be an icing. Coach Jones has to be thrilled with the performance his team is putting out so far. He's in year 4 of his tenure here at New Canaan. For this team, as we'll see a mask break here, the first one of the third period. Canaan's had some big wins under Coach Clark Jones, really revitalized this hockey program for NC. Of course, winning the FCIAC last year was huge, and they look to win their first Division I state championship since 1972 last year, and were the 2 seed and would have played St. Joe's at home here at Darien Ice House on March 10th, 2020, way back But of course, all those games were canceled. But here we are back on the ice playing. Ellis finds this loose puck, trying to move in. Have the angle, then just steered one in front. But keeping it in was Eccleston. Waiting was Ellis. His shot was saved by Martin. Wheatfeld momentarily kept the puck in. And now it's Brendan Briggs. Reversed it, but only finds a player. Whitney now. Briggs lays a hit on him, but it comes out. And a chance in front. Jack Bowery was nearly there after Sather played one right to him, but I couldn't quite find his stick. Another chance was saved from Johnson as the shot went through Briggs' legs. And play will stop with 8:46 to go in this final period. First line back on for New Canaan. Both of these coaches have put their front lines on for a lot of this game. Keller nearly had one in front. And nearly with an opportunity there was Aaron Wong looking for his second. Another shot comes in, saved by Johnson. Metler now. Chips it out, took an odd hop and couldn't quite find Doster Kroll, the star freshman. Coach Clark Jones has been trying to put on this very high-powered first line. Johnson talking some things over with his defensemen as they try and close out this game and win the first game on the year. Gamble on the face-off. Kroll nearly jumped offside. And Gamble's been kicked out and now couldn't quite win the face-off again. But Kroll comes out with it. Just dumps it in. And Dean did well to knock that puck down. Griffin Dean looking for a playing partner. Takes a hit into the corner, and a shot from Gamble went high and wide. But New Canaan keeps it in, courtesy of Gavin Reed. The pass was deflected and couldn't quite find Kroll. But New Canaan doing well on the forecheck to keep the Jesuits pinned in their own zone. Finally, they can come out, but it's just a dump in there from Kyle Colucci as both teams change. Metler now, the sophomore. The forward turned defenseman after last year. Coach Jones decided after that 10-2 Darien thrashing to switch him and Justin Wheatfeld, and what a impact it made on both of those guys. Dean lost his stick and instead went for a hit to try and... A shot there from the point. And the left point was Metler, and that was deflected away by Martin. 7 minutes to go in this third period. New Canaan up 2-1. A good poke check there from Shane Metler on Mason Whitney. And now Sam Ives looking for someone to play to. Had Rayer, who then laid a big hit. Prep with the puck now in their own zone to play it, and it'll go all the way down for another icing. With 6.5 minutes to go. The top team in the state in their first game of the year is under quite a bit of pressure here against the New Canaan Rams. Top seed versus the 4 seed, as this is the first big game of many this week in D1 hockey, as we see a lot of top 10 matchups in this opening week. With the schedule changes and everything that had to be put into place to get this season to go through. We'll see another mask break here. Still only one referee on the ice. The other one has exited the game and will not return. Johnson talking things over with another goalie who has certainly a lot of hype around him. That's Mason Pickering, the backup goalie, a freshman who they're very excited about. But he will have to remained in Bo Johnson's shadow for 3 years. Canaan wins the faceoff. Eccleston looking for someone to play to. Instead just goes around the net. Has Ellis at the right circle. His shot is gloved by Martin. Good shot there from Carter Ellis, who got off to such a good start last year. Ended up with 12 goals and 7 assists. And I felt like in the first 5 games or so, every time the puck was put in the back of the net, Carter Ellis was either scoring it or getting an assist, as he lives in front of the net so often. Jesuits come out here. A shot was deflected there. Matty Pinella did well to get in front of Mason Whitney's shot, who plays it out to the right point. A hard shot was deflected there and saved by Johnson. Rebound can't be corralled here, and then finally New Canaan can come out. Eccleston the lead pass to Ellis, who chips it in, and Martin will try and push it to the side as New Canaan gets a change. Gavin Reed did well to sniff out that pass. But here comes Prep. They just dump it in. And Johnson will play it. And now it's Reed. A good stretch pass to Doster Kroll, the freshman, trying to go 1-on-2, but the Prep D-men did well to thwart that opportunity. Metler, under quite a bit of pressure, does well. Pass to Gavin Reed wasn't just that. They dump it back in, and now it's Keller. Working along on Metler. Gamble looking to clear the puck. Kroll laid a hit, and finally Metler can get it out of the zone. But it only comes back to Fairfield Prep, who've been putting a lot of pressure on this Rams team in the last couple of minutes. A shot there was saved by Johnson. And Metler will just try and lift it out and get out of the zone. A shot from the point was saved by Johnson with the blocker up and out of play. 4:33 to go in regulation time. New Canaan up 2-1 against the Fairfield Prep Jesuits. And what would be a statement win, to say the least, for this New Canaan Rams team, or the defending FCIAC champions, after a 17-2-1 season. New Canaan having trouble clearing the puck at the moment. A shot was saved by Johnson and hit the net right in front of myself. And play will stop once again with 4:24 to go. Sam Ives will take this face-off against Axel Sather. The coach's son had 9 goals and 11 assists last year. Briggs working on Sather. Plays it down, and Cameron Weefelt does clear it out in the end. Brendan Briggs clears it out of the zone, but can't find any New Canaan players. And it comes to Cameron Wheatfeld, and he gets it up, and here comes New Canaan again. Sam Ives looking for a rush. And that puck did come out of the zone, so New Canaan will have to touch up. Prep once again. A shot was blocked, and another chance in front, saved by Johnson. That was Luke Noonan, the two-way junior. And a turnover here. Here comes Michael Rayer on a potential breakaway. Has Johnson to his left, instead just shoots it immediately. Martin thought he had gloved it, but instead goes right over him. Prep looking to catch New Canaan out on a change. A shot was deflected and came nearly dangerously. A tangle up to Johnson's left, but New Canaan comes out with it. Pinella lets Johnson play that puck over to Lampart, but he couldn't find his stick. But he'll just dump it up again, and Rayer will get the lead pass over to Luke Lampart, the sophomore. Decides it in and go to the bench for a change. Kroll trying to win the puck. It comes out to Metler. Tried to swing it in front. but Wong was there to thwart that opportunity. 2.5 to go here in regulation time. Prep looking for that equalizing goal. And Johnson will cover up this loose puck. As we will see another mask break here. The final one of regulation. As Coach Matt Sather, what can he tell his squad if they want to get an equalizing goal? He's in year 22 of his very successful career, where he's won 11 state titles and 12 conference titles. Also the assistant baseball coach, he's put together a Hall of Fame career. But it's been tough to get past this New Canaan defense. It was tough last year after that 10-2 Darien blowout. They were very sound defensively since, and today they're showcasing their skills against the top team in the state. 2:26 to go. We'll keep an eye on Tommy Martin to see when he leaves his crease, and you assume Fairfield Prep will, around the 2-minute, 90-second mark, 2 minutes or a minute 30 to go, will try and go with an empty net and get a 6-on-5 opportunity. Ives won that face-off. It was in his skates. He couldn't find it. And Reed has it now. Took an awkward bounce, but just does come out of the zone. And now Eccleston can play it. Jack Eccleston currently has the go-ahead goal at the moment. Scoreless in this third period. He was scoreless in the first. 3 goals in the second. And that's how this game is currently being separated. Reed dumps it in. Ellis behind the net. Looking for someone to play to, but he's taken away there by Joseph Bissett. Metler keeps it in. Shane Metler, the sophomore, seen a lot of ice time here in this game, as he is bound to be one of the best defensemen on this team. Noonan takes this puck, but it's offside as Coach Clark Jones was yelling at his team to try and get off the ice and avoid too many men on the ice call. Only 3 power plays. 3 goals, 3 power plays, but none of them have been scored on the advantage. Very disciplined game from both of these teams. And Fairfield Prep will call their timeout with 94 seconds to go. As Matt Sather will try and draw something up and break through Bo Johnson and this New Canaan defense.